that better than anybody.
I bet you got it twisted, you don't know who to trust. So many player hating niggas trying to sound like us. Say they ready for the front, but I don't think they know it. Straight to the depths of hell is where them cowards going. Well, all you still down, nigga, holler when you see me. And let these devils be sorry for the day they finally free me. I got a caravan of niggas every time we ride, hitting motherfuckers up when we pass by until I die.
So yo, I'm on my way now to Armley jail, and obviously when I said in the podcast I come out of jail, I had about 10 cars waiting, and this is just the beginning of the way all the madness started. When I stepped out of these gates after I bust that case, 20 years I was looking at, a 5-day trial. I got out of jail at 10:30 at night. The screws had to come in and let me out. I refused to bang up. I tried to keep it for the weekend. I refused. The screw coming from the outside from home to let me out. So yeah, we're just on his way there now. Alright, so imagine now, yeah, I've just done remand in it. I was looking at 20 years in jail. I said a 5-day trial. Last day trial, rightly so, found not guilty. I've come out at 10:30 at night. I've come walking out these gates here, yeah. Gas, there's about 10 cars all around here. There's all over here, like all the boys everywhere. Come out. And this is where all the madness began, you know what I'm saying? Just like straight up savageness began. I come out and I was just, because I'd been in and everyone thought I was finished, everyone thought I was done. I thought, all right, and a lot of people, I just started setting it on them, giving them it. But yeah, this is where the fun begins. Yeah, so we're just gonna take you on a tour around down there. I don't know if we're gonna get in trouble or out here. Fucking brings back some memories. This I remember, yeah. I was on what wing was it now? C wing where, you know, I smacked up the kids with the bar. So I remember I come out of my cell, yeah, and I had a bar down my top in it. I've had the bar down my top and I've just thought, fuck this, I'm getting the phone in it. I've gone in the pod. My man's had hot water, custard, and a knife. And a table leg. No, sorry, custard, a table leg, and a knife. And I said, go on it, mate. Swung the table leg, snapped my arm. I pulled the bar out and just wrapped him up. Come out at landing, his boy had a knife. His boy's running at me with the knife, and I'm just wrapping him up because I had the leverage, you know what I'm saying, with my back towards the chapel. This is Armley prison, look at it, at the old jail. I remember I was chucked off Ewing for some parcels, yeah. I don't know if we can even get right around the back here, but this is the jail, man. It's proper old. I don't think this is the jail bit. This is like, just, fuck knows what that is. Yeah, it's sick, man. So obviously I reckon, not that I ever had anything to do with any parcels, yeah, but I was on Ewing, and on Ewing what happened is there was a parcel. Basically parcels were coming on F wing before it was the non-swing, yeah. So they changed it to the non-swing because obviously fucking the parcels, they changed it to the non-swing because too many parcels were coming over. But then obviously when that happened, then the parcels started coming over from Ewing. So there was a parcel one night and I heard it had, you know, 50 ounces of spice, loads of steroids, loads of phones, you know, loads of bits and bats, weed, big massive parcel. And I reckon to get it into Ewing, because Ewing's like on this back bit, and I reckon, I don't know if we can see it, let's get around this bend. Alright, I reckon this is like, now this might be the block here, but further on there, like right round there is Ewing, and the parcel coming over there. And when the parcel's been coming over there, it's been caught, and I've been moved off the wing onto C wing. And then that's when I needed the phone, because they spun me in the morning, I found the phone in myself for that situation. And then when I went to C wing, that's when I wrapped the kids. And a lot of other things happened in this jail, you know. I knocked a kid out from Bradford behind the servery. I won't say his name, but I battered him. And I gotta batter him because he goes around jail to this day talking shit, but it's only because I battered him behind the server, and I'll batter him again any day a week, twice on a Sunday, yeah. And a lot of other people got knocked out in this jail. You know, even them kids that rapped me with a bar, knocked them out in Video Link. We was coming into Video Link. I hid behind the door. They came in. I hit him, knocked him out. I knocked another kid out from Leeds. He owed me 600 quid. He said he won't pay me. Come through servery. Me and my boy were on servery. I've hit him, knocked him out. Stood up. He was knocked out. Stood up. Knocked another kid out on D wing. Jumped over at servery. Give him it. The next day I come out. He was chatting shit. I hit him. knocked him out in between two cell doors. My boy Dean Doyle seen that. Can say his name. Who else did I knock out? Knocked out Winnie. You know, Winnie bullied me a lot as a kid. Knocked him out on D-Wing. Yeah, I had a few good knockouts in here. I got sly punched myself on B-Wing by someone. Hit me straight on jaw. Didn't even budge me, to be fair. But yeah, I've had a few dudes in here, and I've had a lot of good times in here. Memories, parties on the wing, Rock party on C-Wing with the boys. Yeah, man. And then I came out, and that's when it all began. All right, so obviously I've come out of the gates now, innit? I've come out of the jail. We're flying down these roads, like I'm saying, I'm in convoy, yeah? I've gone straight to this girl's house, straight away, done my thing, you know, when you come out of jail, that's always the first thing on my mind, you get me? Pussy. Boom, done that, yeah? And then we've gone to Akbar's with all the boys, and then that same night, we've gone straight out. And then, obviously, after that, we're like, all right, how am I going to make P? So one of my boys, P, he's give me a phone, he's give me, and I built this line up to like, at least, it was making a lot of money anyway, I don't want to say on camera, but the line got popping. And then that's where like all the fun started began, you know what I'm saying? Like I've come out, I've just come off a big case, I've just been looking at 20 years. So you can imagine how I'm feeling. I've got this phone, I've built up this thing and everything's going well. And then from there, you know, it just like everything just started coming and coming like kind of what I thought I wanted in life in it. So yeah, what I'm saying is like fucking sat back now thinking and like reflecting on all this year, like I've come out of the jail and now what I'm about to tell you and what's gonna go on, it's like I sit here and think like I'm lucky, you know, like to be sat here because I believe that out of me and my mates, like my mates, you know, there's plenty of game lads in Bradford, but I'm just like my little circle. I was always the guy that took big risks and did a lot of crazy things, you know what I'm saying? And I'm lucky to be sat here telling you these stories and just reflecting, man. It's kind of deep, you know what I'm saying? But it's sometimes I say I'll laugh as well because I think, yo, but yeah, man. Good old Bradford, innit? Good old Bradford. Alright, so this is Cineworld Bradford, yeah. There used to be a casino, yeah. We won't go all the way, but I'm just showing you so you can, you know, get the gist. So it says to let there years ago now. So when did I win this door? 2016, 2016. So that was a casino. I walked in there, and I remember I've been with my mate Matthias. And I've lost, I had about 100 quid, 200 quid, I lost it, and then Mattis has lent me, I don't know if he lent me 300 quid or he lent me some, not a lot. I ended up winning 60k in total. I won a bit one night, came back the next night, I won the rest. I won, the next night I walked out with 45 grand, so the first night was 15 grand, the second night was 45 grand, and when I've walked out with a 45k, I've come out the side doors with 2 security guards, I'll never forget it, yeah. So if you look down there, where that's like the type of blue taxi, there's 2 double doors, and I've walked out of them 2 double doors. I've had the security guard on that side, the security guard on that side. I've had 2 big bags of money, so you can imagine now I've got this phone, everything's flying. I've just walked out, I've jumped in my, I had a 58 plate S3 at the time. I've jumped in that, I've gone to see a girl, I've like showed her money back. I said, I remember having a joke of her saying I've just robbed one of them armoured truck, you know, carry cash. I said I just robbed one of them and that, but I was just joking, having a laugh of her. And I remember I went home, stuck money on top of wardrobe, had a couple of other things on top of wardrobe, and I was just flying. And then obviously this is where now, like I'm saying now, the robbery started and the wars and the get back started kind of, so let's go get into it, innit? So this is Buttershaw Estate, yeah. I had a kid's mum that lived here, she lived in this corner house, yeah. So I've had an argument one day, yeah, with a brother. Not going to get into that, this little family situation, you know. I've got love for him, he's a cool guy, yeah. But anyway, there was another guy. So imagine here, just on that square bit there, I've, I don't want to get everyone's house in, but I've been put in a police car, yeah. So when I'm in the police car, this other guy's pulled up, yeah. He knows who he is, but this is the same guy that tied me to a lamppost as a kid, and I never forgot that. So my man's come, he's giving me a dirty look, yeah. He must have been a brother's mate. He's giving me a dirty look, yeah, and I'm in back at police car and I'm looking at him, yeah. And I'm thinking, all right, remember I'm up now, I've got all this money now, I've got these cars now, these quads now, this graph now, I've been beefing so many guys by now. Me and my boys have been putting people at bed. So I'm thinking, who's my ego in it? Who's this guy looking at? So long story short, I've got out of the police car, I've blagged it, like obviously it's a little family situation. I was actually on license because I remember I just come out of the jail. I bust the case, but I had some sort of license issues going on. I can't remember exactly what it was, yeah. But anyway, so I've got out of the police car, blagged my way out of it, and then boom, I thought, you know what, my man, you're getting it, yeah. So I'll get into it and I'll show you what happened. All right, so imagine, yeah, like I'm saying, so up the road, yeah, we've had that situation where I've been in back of the police cars, give me a dirty look. So imagine, look on there. So now we've come on here, yeah. I've told my man, yeah, to come to Havelock Street. So this is how stupid these lot were. They weren't even beef guys. I've told him to go to Havelock Street and wait for me. Like anybody that's about beef knows you do not go and sit like a duck. Like please, have common sense, yeah. But these idiots have gone and sat like ducks, yeah. So now imagine we're coming across here. We've got 5 jeeps, yeah. We've got tools on us. Use your imagination. So imagine we've come across here. These lot have all been parked here on that street where this MOT station is, yeah. They've been parked there. They've seen us in the Jeep after Jeep after Jeep, yeah. So you know what they've done? They've flapped it. They've gone, boom, they've all started driving off, getting off, getting off. But the reason that's happened is because 10 minutes before, I mean, you know, not to do with me, but that kid that give me the dirty look, and it's the same guy who tied me to the lamppost when I was a kid. Someone pushed the car through his house, and I think they smashed all his car up. I think they smashed his windows. I can't remember exactly, but they did the job on him, you know what I'm saying? And then there were a few little beefs with a few of his friends after that, but it's all sorted now. But, you know, it's just a story, you know, it needs to be told. And yeah, they got chased. I heard that one of my boys actually chased them around the petrol station and pushed them all the way back to fucking across the border, yeah? All right, so now we're at Norland's guest house. So I'm telling you this story because this is the first robbery. So when I tell you lot that the box got robbed out of the wardrobe, I'm not going to go back to the guy's house and start violating him and showing where he ran off and all that. I ain't going to do that. That's a violation, innit? But obviously, I've robbed my man now, yeah? And because of the car that we used, he's got onto the robbery. He's basically it's come back to me. So I've got this box. I've got, I think it was like a 4.5 of MD, some cash. A girl's obviously told me, you know, where to go and where to find it and all that, yeah? And so anyway, the next day I'm in this hotel here. So I'm in this hotel. This is the famous Norland's guest house, yeah? So I'm in the famous Norland's guest house. I get the call, yeah? My man's like giving me loads on phone, yeah? What's his name, yeah? I said, all right, bad man. Remember, like I'm saying, I'm ready for war, yeah? I said, yo, meet me on Havelock Street side of Tesco's, yeah? He's like, I'm coming now. So boom, got the thing out, flew around there, you know, never put yourself in a situation. But he never turned up, he never came. And then, so from that, like, that war started. But we had, like, at that time, we had so many wars going on. Like, when I'm talking about these wars now, so this is going on over this box. Then we've got these wars with these other guys. I won't mention their names. And I've got wars with these other guys. So at the same time, when I'm in that Norland's guest house, getting the phone calls off my man, I've got the phone calls off these other Muppets, yeah? Now, these other guys, they got, 2 of their houses got shot at. I'm not saying I did it. 2 of their houses got shot at. I know windows and doors thing, yeah? And then, so they've come back into our area. So when they've come into our area, yeah, my boys rung me, I'm in here. Obviously, I'm on this bender with this cocaine, got the bird and that, I'm chilling. My boys rung me like, yo, these men are in our area, but their own friend phoned us up and said, listen, they're coming with a strap, it's got no bullets. Their own friend told us that. So I've been in there for me, my boy said, don't worry, I'll deal with it, you chill. My boy was in a black X5, they've come in a Subaru and got chased back out. And then that beef, they ended up getting hot because of all this. They got whacked on a conspiracy. They went to jail. I seen them guys in jail, and we put the beef to bed, and the beef's still to bed to this day. So that's why I don't want to mention no names and upset anyone. But this is what we're going on. We had so much hectic beef, so now this has gone on, but this escalates so far to where, you know, well, you're gonna see in the documentary now. So let's just keep going. So now, yeah, we're on Southfield Lane. So when I'm telling you, kind of like the border, I call it, yeah. So when we get to the end of this road and we cross, like, this is what I call the border. So anyway, when them lads came that day, and I told you that obviously I had beef with them other guys, not the guys I've robbed for the box, the other guys when they came as well in the Subaru, they've come on this road here, and this is where they've got ran back out, you know, chased back. Like all these people, even them other kids that came and they was waiting on Havelock Street, this is where they all got raced straight back across the border and out of the area. You know what I'm saying? Because this is our area, innit? Like obviously now I'm not active no more, I'm not in no gang or about this life no more, but when we was active, this was like our ends, you know what I'm saying? And then once we come out end of this road, that's like, we called it across the border, innit? Anyone from that side, you know, when we was active, properly active, I can't sit here and say we lost the war, you know what I'm saying? The only loss we ever took is when I got chopped. We never really took a L. Like these lot took a lot of L's, you know what I'm saying? Like it was, you know, when it was going on, it was fun, you know what I'm saying? It was just fun and games. It wasn't trying to be a gangster or trying to be a bad man. It was just fun and games, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just normal to us. Like we'd go and laugh about it. I'm sure if they did up to us, they'd go and laugh about it, or it wasn't really that serious. But then obviously it starts to progress to serious. So yeah, once we get through these lights across Manchester Road, boom, we're across the border, and that's when, you know, the baddies come down and it goes off. Alright, so this is when I'm on the podcast, yeah, and I'm telling you a lot about the one-way street, one way in, one way out. I think this is the road. Yeah, it is. So obviously I'm not from this area, innit? So I remember I've had to put my boy on graft, yeah. So when my boy's on graft, he's come to about one of these houses here, he's told me, yeah. And the guy was phoning with the guy's best mate who we robbed for the box. It was his best mate. So I kind of knew they were going to set it. It was going to be a bookie one, innit? Anyway, he's gone. The car's pulled in behind him, and the car's come down this road to the front of him. Like this is like one way in, one way out. I don't know any other way in, way out to this road, yeah. So obviously they've had him in a situation, you know what I'm saying? When the cars are pulled on side of him and they've looked and they've seen it's not me, they've like blended it kind of thing, like you know, they weren't going to do out. And then he's got off. So when he's got off, obviously he's phoned me, told me about this situation. So then the next day, like I'm saying, the guy who phoned for the thing, someone's gone to where he is, to his address, yeah, that guy's best mate, and you know, maximum violence were used in it, like, and then from that beef kind of went dead, but we still have all the other beefs going on. So yeah, that were like one of the times they tried it, and then it went kind of dead until, you know, that guy who was more on it, yeah, his younger guy came out of jail, because one of their guys were in jail. When he came out of jail, you know, my boy ended up spitting on his girlfriend. We'll get into all that, and then that beef flared up again. So that beef's died down now after that situation, yeah, kind of gone dead for years. Listen, like I'm saying, it's a one way in, one way out this road. So they had him, as you can see on the maps, look, so look, there's no other way in besides the way you come in down there. So yeah, they actually had him in a situation. But obviously, they thought they had me, but yeah, they didn't. Right, so listen, this is Homewood, yeah, top shops, yeah. So what's happened here is, so basically we've had beef with some guys, yeah. Right, so imagine, yeah, we've got the location on some guys. Now my brother's been jumped in a nightclub, yeah, so I thought I'm gonna get these lot back sick, yeah. So we've come, these have been around here, so we've snuck through here. We've got the location, one of the mates has, you know, snaked him. I can't remember why we got him. We come for a different reason, but my reason was, yeah, because this guy battered my brother in a nightclub, jumped my brother in a base toilets, yeah. So imagine, this is top shop, so we've fought, 5 of us come here, but only 2 of us have run, yeah. So these are all parked here, yeah. I'm not lying to you, there's 5 cars of them, yeah. They've all drove off and left the mate, and about just there in the middle of the road there, right there, this kid, not saying I did it, but he's getting battered with a wheel brace, yeah. And whoever's hitting him, they're just hitting him and hitting him and hitting him and hitting him and hitting him in his head, yeah. And his mates have all left him. Then one of his mates came back and helped him and that. But yeah, that's what we're going on. So obviously this is on wood, so I'm just keeping my whips about me, because obviously, you know what I'm saying, someone could turn around, it could go off, yeah. But yeah, that's what happened, mate. The kid, you know, my brother got jumped, and then someone come and got them back. I mean, rapid retaliation like that. And then the other kids that jumped, they all got it as well. And then after not just beef in this area, there's another area next to this called Biley, and the kid, there was a shooting in it, arrested for the shooting. So I'm going to take you to that now and show you all about that. So you're arrested for a shooting that occurred in this pub. Jump in the car, I'll tell you about it, yeah. So yeah, so that pub there, I was arrested for a shooting. I was in HMP Morelands. I took out of Morelands. I was arrested. I remember an interview with the police officer said it was like when I did some digging on the streets and rumors. Obviously, after being arrested, I did a bit of digging. I did a bit of research, and the rumors that I heard is that basically was like a funeral going on, and after do a wake, you know, the police said in an interview that whoever fired that firearm, they aimed it high, they aimed it at central body mass. Now, central body mass is out from your chest upwards. No leg shots. Was like they weren't aiming. They was aiming to kill, and then I don't know what happened. After the one shot, I don't know. Maybe the gun jammed. I don't know, but I reckon whoever was involved in that, every party involved was very lucky that day. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so that's what we're going on. And then the guy was dragged out of his house in Fagley. He was dragged out of his house and beaten up with axes. So like, it was just maximum violence everywhere, beefs and wars just going on in every estate. Fagley, Ormwood, where we've just been, it was just going off. And then because of this shooting, I got wanted, and I'll tell you the story of how what happened there. Yeah, so I lived there on number 7. So remember when I told you the story, yeah? When I've come out of my house now. So imagine I've come out of my house, yeah. I've had 27 grand on top of wardrobe. I've had a couple of things, yeah. I always like to have something around me, yeah. So I've had to get rid of them rapid. My boys rung me, said, Great Orton Taxis have come. Police have been at Great Orton Taxis. They're coming for you. They've got your new address, which was this address, yeah. So I had no cars. I think a couple of my cars got seized. Or I swapped with my brother-in-law. So I've jumped in my brother-in-law's C-Max. It was parked here, yeah. But little did I know, up in the sky, yeah, the chopper's only there, right? But obviously, I couldn't see it, so now the chopper's only followed me all the way towards like my mate's house, and I'm ringing him saying, "Yo, bro, you see it's following me." He's like, "Who do you think you are?" I said, "Bro, trust me." He's like, "Come to my old house," and because it come lower at his new house, it was like, I said, "Bro, it's following me." He's like, then he was like, "Get to hospital." So I've gone towards BRI hospital. Yeah, I could drive around Bradford showing you all this, but it'd take me all day. Yeah, going towards BRI Hospital, when you come out of Dutchy Ave, you go down and you take a right towards BRI. As soon as I took that right, they just blocked me and choppers come lower. And I just thought, yeah, man, I'm not even gonna got me, and that was a bit scary. I mean, big machine guns in my face and that, but like I thought I'd made it, but that was for that shooting or some shooting. I can't remember which shooting it was, but that was for a shooting. And yeah, that was how it was going on. You get me, we're fully active, bro, like fully just crazy times. Right, so I've come out of the house in Buttershaw. Obviously, we're on the way to another scene now in Thornton, but coming through the way I went. So I'm looking up in the sky like this, yeah. And I can see the chopper over there now. I'm saying to my boy on the phone, I'm saying, "Bro, this chopper's following me. This chopper's following me." It's like, "Who do you think you are?" I said, "Bro, trust me, this chopper's following me." Then obviously, when I got to his house, it come lower. And obviously, when they got me near the hospital, the chopper come lower again, and it was there. It was following me through in the sky. As soon as I come out of my house, the chopper was there. Yeah, so basically what's happened is I'm in jail now. I'm in Lindholm, so my boy's meant to pick me up the day before. He's meant to pick me up, yeah, and he parties hard, yeah, and he's actually gone to bed that night just because he's picking me up, yeah. So because he's picking me up, he's gone to bed, and then so I've come out of jail and I'm thinking, hey, where's my boy? I'm still outside Lindholm Gates. Yeah, I've made a few. I had to got to someone's phone. I phoned them up and I've been like, yo, where's my boy, man? What's going on? And they're like, yo, Raf's coming to pick you up. My man's house has been sprayed with an AK. So his house here, this corner one, got sprayed with an AK. Yeah, they just, I think about, can't remember how many rounds, might be 50 bullets or something, or might even have been 100 or something. I can't remember. Yeah, but obviously they've sprayed it. They've got off on a super bike, done the thing, but I don't know who did that. But the beef that were going on, the amount of times that they got it, it was about time. Do you know when you back to your back right into a corner? It's only eventually that it's gonna attack you in it. So the amount of times, we're getting under pressure, getting under pressure. I've just come out of jail, so now because of this, obviously, loads of other stuff's gone on. And so when I've come out, whilst I was in jail, my missus got beat up in a takeaway. I'm gonna show you that. Then that kid, whilst I was in jail, got put on a tracker. He got followed and he got beat up. I'm gonna show you the takeaway. We've got a video. I'm gonna put that into this as well. I'm gonna edit it in. I'm gonna edit in these newspaper articles from this shooting as well. And yeah, so this is what was going on, and that the beef actually erupted again. I believe, this was over the first box that got stolen. When I told you, it went dead for years. And what happened is, like my mate seen one of these guys' girlfriends and ended up I think he spat on her. I'm not sure about the story, and that's actually why he came and he did that. You know what I'm saying? Or they did that, or someone did that. I don't know who exactly did that. But yeah, this is what was So now as well, a lot of other stuff happened. Like the kids that were alleged to have done that, they got chased into takeaways, locked themselves in toilets, hiding from us. One got his one, got really badly beaten. I was arrested for that. I'm gonna take you back to that scene. A car got driven into an house. Someone's mum's house got ran through. 30, 40 lads ran through someone's mother's house. I haven't got time to take you back to the house, but looking for this guy. He got chased round and round. He got seen in estates, Buttershore Estate. Got chased on his motorbike like loads of times. This guy actually got it, and then it ended up with me getting it. But I'll take you back to the takeaway now, where my girlfriend at the time got jumped. My bird got jumped in this takeaway here, yeah, New Delhi. And then what happened after this is I were in jail where this happened. So then what's happened is my boys have put this kid on a tracker, followed him for a week, got him, well, got him and pickaxe under them up, fucked him, beat the life out of him. You get me? But this is West Bowling. So I was arrested for an offence where a kid, one of these enemies, whatever you would call them, he were beaten, and I did some digging, arrested for it, Section 18, whatever. No statements were given, and I was released. But what happened is, when I've done some digging, I heard that obviously some lads have pulled up over here in West Bowling. The lad was with a group of his friends. This is rumours I've heard when I did the digging. With a group of his friends, they've all left him. His friends have actually left him. So the kid's now sprinting down this back alley, yeah? Probably frightened, probably running for his life. Then obviously when he's got to the end of this back alley, yeah, there's like he's run through a garden. When he's run through the garden, um, this is what I've heard. You know what I'm saying? When I've done some digging and that, not to do with me. This I've done a bit of digging around. Yeah, he's run through the garden. He's gone into a dead end, and the lads that have caught him have just beat him. They broke his legs, his arms, knocked his teeth out. Give him a good beating. I don't know how he took the beating. I don't know, but that's what happened. And then there were more stories here, like even when the beef were going on, I heard that a couple of men actually camped out. There's a garden on the end to the left, and I heard that a couple of men actually camped out, but no one ever came home. And camping out, use your imagination to whatever you think that might be in it. But man actually camped out. Oof, probably shit himself like I did from that dog there, you get me? But yeah, that's what we're going on. And then obviously that kind of escalated now, so obviously the only thing they could probably do is retaliate or think about getting someone back or whatever. But as that's gone on, there's still more like attacks and beefs going on towards them. Like I'm saying, cars got driven through houses and pushed into houses, and like bare madness were going on. People's mums' houses were getting run through, like all because of obviously like AK spraying. Like it all stemmed, it all arisen back from all that stuff in it. And yeah, so I'm just gonna take you back to the scene now where I get chopped up, and that's gonna be basically it. That's gonna be the end of part two. I've probably missed a few bits out. There's a lot of things I can't speak about. But I want to say that most of this, take from it what you want, purely for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might not be true, it might be true. It's one of them. But yeah, we're getting to where I got chopped up, and that's it. We're done. Can you see the other side of that road there? Yeah. So imagine they're pulling out of here where I am now. So this is where I get chopped up. Yeah. So they're pulling out of here. They're going straight on this road. Yeah. So they're going straight down there. Yeah. So I'm on this side of the road. And I've seen them pulling out of here now, yeah? Pulling out of there where that white car is, that Yaris, yeah? They're pulling out. I'm on this side of the road, so guess what I've done? I know these cars are coming, I've just quickly gone bang! And then I've come back for them on that way, yeah? And chased them, and then I've rammed them in it. I've rammed them at about 40 mile an hour, yeah? And I've rammed them head on, so my Jeep's kind of buckled, but it didn't fully buckle, so I spun it. And then I'm coming back on here now. So I'm coming on round here, and I'm off my head. I've been up for like 3-4 days, in fact. And then fucking, so yeah, I'm coming here. I'm not thinking straight, and they're following me all the way back to Great Orton. All right, so this is Great Orton Road now. So boom. Obviously, when we've come from where I've just showed you now, obviously they're following me around a bit. I had something put down. I couldn't get to it in time. I've got to here now, right outside this fish shop here, yeah. And I thought my Jeep had been up for 3 or 4 days, and I thought my Jeep had like broke, yeah, because I've rammed him in reverse. I put it in reverse here, and I've rammed him here, yeah, on this main road. Rammed him, put it in reverse. Then obviously the Jeep's only stalled, but I didn't know. So once come to a passenger seat, passenger with my window, put the window through with the axe. Took him loads of it, so he ain't like a little girl, to be fair. And then the guy in the passenger seat, I've kicked my passenger door on him and he's fell over, yeah. So I've got out. Obviously, I've tried it, but I thought, fuck it, I panicked a bit. So I've run up here now to Great Orton Taxis, yeah. I'm running up there to Great Orton Taxis. All right, so this is where I got chopped, yeah. So I've run through here, Great Orton Taxis now. Imagine this, yeah. So obviously, I've jumped this spiky fence here. So look at this fence. So imagine, yeah, I've jumped this fence here, yeah, jumped it. Now what they've done, they've chased me in the car. They've come into here. I've not realised because I'm kind of panicking a bit. You know what I'm saying? I'll be honest. They've just stepped over here. So come here. They've literally look. They've literally stepped round. So can you see that? Yeah, they've climbed up there and stepped round. I've not noticed that in it. So I've obviously jumped over this big fence. It's like, look at it. And I tell you straight, I'm a shit climber. I can't climb, I can't jump, I can't run. Yeah, I'm just not that fucking guy. Yeah. So I've jumped that. I've buckled my ankle. I couldn't run no more. I got to like the middle of there. Yeah, I just spun around, thought I'll have it, and that's where they just smacked me up. They smacked me in my head. Come here, bro. Get these scars, isn't it? So they smacked me there in front of my head. There's a scar across there. They smacked me all around back of my head here, all around there, and obviously all the other chops on my arms, my leggings, all the chops on my legs. So I'm saying like big chops everywhere. They tried to chop that leg off. Chopped all up here, all over my body. They chopped the life out of me, innit? And I remember being laid there, yeah. I'm just as they've gone, my brother and my other mates come, you know, they're telling me everything's all right, you're all right. They didn't knock me out. That's the main thing, you know. I've never been knocked out. I wasn't knocked out, and yeah, that's basically how it kind of ended. Do you know what I'm saying? Because my mates were in jail. My mate that his house got sprayed with the AK, he's in jail now doing an 8 for kidnap. He was probably the only one that would read out for me. You know what I'm saying? Like all them, as the beast kind of progressed, you know, as time went on, a lot of people dropped out. So it was only me and him. He's in jail. No one's going to retaliate. A lot of people stabbed me in my back. A lot of people went to their side and started saying to them, "Oh, you know, we're not with him. We're not backing him. We're not going to help him." And then, you know, but there was a few times where a man read out with me. I'm not going to say they didn't. We got 7, 8 cars, drove into their area and went looking for him and this and that. But it was like it was not, you know, the intention wasn't there. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, no one were really down. To be honest with you, everyone like snaked me once I was down because obviously I was a game guy. I never realised a lot of people were shook, man. Because I was game, man. Even now, man, people are wary, man. I don't care what anyone's got to say, yeah. Because I know I'm game and I'm on job and I'm ready. And my own mates probably didn't even like me. So when this happened to me, they were kind of happy. And that's the end of part 2. This is the end of part 2, and we're going to get into part 3. And when part 3 comes, you know, you're going to see a lot more. You're going to see times where when my legs got better, what I actually were willing to go and do, and you know, allegedly and all that. Like I'm saying, take from this documentary what you will. You know, it's just purely for entertainment. And yeah, stay blessed. Just Jah.
Man, got my Hennessy, find your foes. In a room full of niggas tryna hide your hoes. I'm getting high off the Buddha cause the times be slow. I keep my mind on, though you never find me broke. And who me? A nigga living life like a G. And that artillery, keeping niggas over me, I can't sleep.
So basically what's happened is now people started trying to set me up, moving dodgy, moving bookie, yeah. And I got information that this guy paid this other guy 20 quid to shoot me. Yeah. So I'm driving up this road here. And I'm in an X5 that I had at the time. The guy's parked over there, yeah. He's parked over there. He's blocked in between 2 cars. And I've pulled up to him. I've put the window down. I've pointed something at him. Use your imagination, yeah. And I've gone to him. His gal, for one, she's duck screaming, ah! Yeah. And I'm like, you ever do it like that again? And, you know, your wig will be off, basically. You know what I'm saying? And I explained a few things to him. And that was it. You know what I'm saying? I put the window up and I drove off. But this happened after I got chopped, so things were still going on. So this is what we're going to get into in part 3.